Never-Ending Notebook. Chapter 13, The First Blank Page by Rob Murphy. I opened my eyes. Silence. No endless library, no floating books, no rivers of living ink, no ancient authors watching from forgotten shelves, just morning sunlight, a wooden desk, an ordinary notebook. The final author was gone. I reached for the cover, almost expecting it to glow. Nothing. No whispers. No impossible doorway. No hidden chapter waiting beneath the paper. For the first time since this journey began, the notebook was just a notebook. I smiled, then frowned, then smiled again. Because somehow, that felt scarier than every monster I'd already faced. The margin walker couldn't help me, the lost authors couldn't guide me, the magical ink no longer knew my name. I was alone. I picked up a pen anyway. The point touched the paper. Nothing happened. No lightning, no portals, no enchanted words climbing off the page, just black ink on white paper. I sat there for what felt like hours. Every story I'd ever written suddenly felt impossible. What if the final author had been wrong? What if the magic really had left forever? I almost closed the notebook, then I remembered his final words. No notebook, no magic ink, only you. I took a deep breath and wrote one sentence. Once there was a writer who thought the story was over. The page stayed still, then the room changed. Not with magic, with memory. The smell of old books drifted through the air. The faint scratching of invisible pens echoed somewhere behind me. The shadow of the librarian crossed the wall. I turned, no one, but I smiled anyway. Another sentence. The margin walker stepped from the edge of my imagination. Not made of ink anymore, made of remembrance. He tipped his hat and disappeared between two words. Another sentence. The lost authors gathered in silence, not to finish my story, to watch me finish it myself. Every chapter I'd survived, every impossible place I'd walked, every lesson I'd learned had never truly vanished. They had become part of me. I wasn't remembering the notebook, I was becoming it. Page after page, the blank paper filled itself. Not because it was enchanted, because I finally understood. Stories were never trapped inside magical books. They had always lived inside the people brave enough to tell them. The final author hadn't ended the never-ending notebook. He had handed it to me. I closed the notebook. It looked ordinary. No glowing cover, no ancient symbols, no impossible power. Exactly the way it should. Because every blank page is an adventure waiting for someone brave enough to begin. And every time I open this notebook, a new chapter starts. Not because the notebook is magic, because the author is still writing. I picked up my pen one last time, smiled, and wrote the only words that mattered. Chapter 14 begins now.